in today's Feel Good Friday, which is this 30-minute window to give yourself time and space to really come into your body and feel what's going on, we're going to be really soothing ourselves today. And often when there's emotional pain, we find ourselves running from it. We find ourselves leaving our body actually and being in our head or trying to distract ourselves. And actually, what we need is to have a way to feel the things we're feeling without being overwhelmed by them. And it's that being able to feel things without being overwhelmed by them that can be really challenging. So in the practice, we're going to be doing this beautiful kind of opening and withdrawing. And it's really, it's almost like a flower opening up to the heat of the sun. And when it gets too hot, it's kind of like we can pull back and support and nurture. So it's kind of this opening, allowing yourself to feel what's actually there so that it can move through you, so that you can release, but then knowing that you've got this capacity to soothe yourself. And sometimes when we're going through difficulties, whatever they might be, it can feel like it's the entirety of us that is affected by it. It's like all of me is feeling this way. But when we tune in a little bit deeper, we find that underneath the parts that are hurting, there is this supportive part of ourselves that is able to come in when we allow it to soothe those other parts of ourselves. And it's kind of it's like we're invoking our own inner guardians, I suppose, to support us. And so that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to become still so we can know what's there, and then we're going to move through this gentle movement practice to bring this sense of almost safety in feeling whatever it is we're feeling. And it doesn't matter if it's something big or something small. And if at any point you feel like, oh, it's too much, you know that you can come back. You can come into either a child's pose or just putting your arms on your body and just breathing and letting yourself know I am safe and all is well. So finding yourself a really comfortable seat. I always like to sit on a cushion so that I can have my hips higher than my knees. So we're going to start seated and we'll finish today lying down, and we'll have a nice restorative moment at the end. And I'm going to play some music to help us to connect to everything that we're going to be experiencing. And I'm going to do that now. So get yourself comfy. You might even want to have a blanket or something there nearby for at the end. And I'm going to ask those in the Zoom room so we can give me a thumbs up if the sound balance is okay and the music isn't too loud. Oh, fantastic. So come to your comfortable seat. Cross-legged if that's comfortable, but you can find whatever's comfortable for you. You can be sitting on a chair if you want to. And just begin to feel the weight of your body, almost like a landing. And you can either have your hands face up on your lap with your thumb and forefinger together, or you can even place your hands on your heart, one hand on top of the other. And just begin to bring your attention inwards. And feel the weight of your seat, the weight of your body, widening, opening. Breathe into your hands, if your hands are on your chest. So feel the air entering your body and leaving. How am I feeling today? Can you allow a gentle opening up to the sensation, the emotions? How do I feel? Whatever you notice in your body, See if you can breathe into any sensations, almost imagining that the breath is like a soothing, calming, supportive energy that you're bringing into your body, and you're sending it to the edges, to those places that are hurting or sensitive or fearful. Often we tell ourselves we shouldn't be feeling what we're feeling. Maybe we feel like the things that are causing us pain are not as bad as other people are experiencing, or maybe we should be able to deal with them. The reality is that if we're not, if there's pain, and we try and run away from it and pretend that it's not there or tell ourselves not to feel it, it actually just makes it more difficult. To allow it to be there, whatever you're feeling is allowed, because it is what it is. You don't need to rationalize it, explain it, it just is. And just gently coming off your cushion, so you're on the floor, you're in your cross-legged if that's comfortable. And you can keep your hands on your heart, and we're just going to begin to sway gently from side to side, just leaning the body to the right, and leaning the body to the left. Just imagining that you're being held by a gentle breeze. It's just gently moving you. Perhaps imagining that you've got roots from the base of your body traveling down into the earth, that as you sway from side to side, there's a sense of being held and supported from underneath you. And this kind of movement isn't about performing a certain way or looking a certain way. It's about feeling, how does it feel in your body? And begin to explore what it feels like to maybe sway forward and back, and sort of feel into those places that you felt when you tuned into how I feel. Maybe you're leaning down and back, just circling the shoulders up and around. Just use this movement to feel into the edges. This is part of this exploring before we open up to how we feel. Is this, how do I feel? Because I need to know what that is before I can soothe and heal. And it's okay if it feels like it's hard to connect to how you feel and that you're just moving and you're not even really sure. Just trust that whatever movement you feel called to make is what your body's asking for. You're beginning this conversation with your body, with your emotions, building trust and support. And we're going to begin to, so we're going to take your feet together in front of you. So you're going to create a kind of like a diamond shape in front of you. And again, this isn't so much about the depth of how far you can go or how much your body can move. This is about feeling into a particular way of relating to yourself and how to feel. So we're going to be doing this, an opening and a closing. And as we do that, I want you to just imagine that as we close, and I'll show you that movement in a moment, as you're closing up, imagine that you're offering a kind of soothing, a kind of pulling away, a holding. And then as you're opening, you're releasing and allowing things to come up and out of your body, whether that's through your breath or even just imagining there's energy moving out through your body. So you're going to take your hand to the right and just take your other arm, your left arm, over your head, and just as you come over, your legs are going to come together, almost like a clamshell closing, and you'll turn your body down towards that left-hand side or right-hand side, and just come down towards the floor. And it doesn't matter how far you get down, see how your body feels to be turning into this angle. And then we'll just come back up, lift the arm above the head, open the legs back to that diamond. And then taking the arm to the other side, and again taking the other arm over the head and letting the leg follow the arm. So you're closing and taking that hand down to the other side and just coming down towards the floor. So it's this opening and closing, like as you come to the center and your legs are open, your arms traveling overhead, it's like there's an opening across your heart and your chest. And then as you come all the way over, you come down towards the floor, you're closing, supporting, and holding yourself. Back over and just finding your own slow rhythm. Close and hold and support. And know that whatever you feel is allowed to be felt, is allowed to be experienced, and that no matter how painful something is, how difficult it feels, your body, your mind, your emotions, you have the capacity to hold it. They can't be bigger than you, even though sometimes it can feel they are. Perhaps allowing this movement to remind you that I'm here for me. No matter how much you feel supported by the people around you or the world around you, you're here for you. Let it feel as though you're flowing through water or honey. So it feels like a really soft and supportive mood. And take one more on each side and find your way back to the center. Sitting up, back in the cross-legged, or you can sit on your heels if that feels more comfortable. Just close your eyes, just for a moment. Just pause again with your heart held by your hands, perhaps dropping your chin down towards your chest. And just pulling your arms in towards the side of your body, let your shoulders fall away from the ears, but feel this sense of being held by the arms down by the side of the body. Gently pushing into the heart with your hands. Feeling the gentle containment as you hold yourself. And then allow your arms to open up, rising them up in front of your face, up above your head, and then opening them out to a V shape above your head, taking your head back. You're opening your chest, and then bringing it back. So bringing the arms back and then down in front of your face, bringing your hands back to rest on your heart. Your arms gently embracing the sides of your body, the chin tucking down, the shoulders pulling down away from the ears, really feeling held, taking a breath in and out here. And with your next inhale, beginning to raise the arms up in front of the face, lifting them up, and as they reach to the highest point, separating the hands, coming into this V, pulling almost as if there was a string pulling your heart forward, your chin dropping up, and your head dropping back. Taking a breath here in this opening as far as feels good in your body. And with your next exhale, bringing the hands back up and then down. Back to this held support, hands on heart, arms by the side, shoulders pulling down, feeling held. I'm here for me. Your next inhale, taking the arms up, hands in front of the face, up to that V, opening out. Releasing, letting go, allowing. Next exhale, bringing the arms up and then down, back to that support. Breathing in and out here. We're going to come down into a child's pose, but we're going to get there via being on our all fours for a moment. So your hands just gently underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and just taking a little bit of a gentle cat-cow. But feeling into the edges of that. So instead of just going straight up with your spine and then back into that belly down and chin up, we're going to just perhaps sway from side to side, maybe come back. Just really feel like you can just explore what it feels like in your body. So perhaps you do want to exaggerate that, the cat and the cow. You want to make it really soft and swaying, so your hips just sway. Your head is heavy. How do I feel? Can I allow how I feel? Can I be there for how I feel? And slowly allow the hips to travel down to sit on the heels, and you can decide whether you want to have your thighs close together so you're in a nice tight ball, or if you want to have your toes touching and your knees out to the side. I'm going to start with my knees out to the side and my arms out in front of me. I'm just going to slowly come down, and if you want to put a cushion underneath you here, maybe even a bolster, I'm going to get a little cushion and just almost feel like I'm hugging into this cushion underneath me. And you can do the same, or you can just come down. I'm going to move it to one side for me so that you don't hear the noise of that rustling, but just feel as though you're really hugging into that support. Allow your wrists and hands to clasp onto each other, so you're creating this circle around the support underneath you, or around your own thighs. If you choose to sit with your knees together, you can do this just like you're closing round yourself into a hug. And just let the whole weight of your body sink down into the floor, into your legs, into the cushion. Perhaps your forehead comes down onto the floor. Perhaps it comes down onto the cushion. And gently move your head from side to side. Let your body rock from side to side too, so you're taking your weight over to the left as your forehead rolls that way, and then rolling back the other way. This swaying, and it has a beautiful massaging effect on the internal organs, which is a really supportive sensation for the body. Take a couple more breaths. Position, coming to stillness. Very slowly make your way onto your back into our final pose, savasana. This place of deep stillness. Take your body, make your feet as wide as the mat, let the feet splay out, legs just open and soften. Let your arms be down by your side, wide, take up space. And before we find our final stillness, we're going to take a couple of rounds of bringing ourselves into a tight ball and then releasing. So from this lying down position, just bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs and really hold yourself, pulling the knees in, keeping the lower back towards the floor if you can. Just gently rock from side to side in this held, supported place. Breathe in, hold tight, squeeze tight, and as you breathe out, pull the knees in even closer, squeezing, and then gently take the legs out long, take the arms above the head, like you're creating a star shape, a starfish shape. Taking a couple of breaths. One more time. Coming into this curled ball, this held, supported hug. Really feel that the strength of your arms holding your body, and that pushing down into the floor as you take your feet down towards your butt, pulling your legs down. You're held by yourself and you're held by the earth. Take a breath in, squeeze. And as you breathe out, just take the arms up overhead, the legs out long into that starfish, opening, allowing, releasing. And then gradually bring your arms, almost like you're stroking them down along the floor so they come back to the sides of your body, just slightly out from the body. Let every muscle in your body Release. Feel the weight of your head on the floor. Imagining there's a flower deep inside your brain that's curled up into a bud. And as you breathe in, it gently opens. Bring your awareness down the back of your body to the back of your throat. And again, imagine, picture, visualize, whatever works for you. Imagine a flower inside there, a tight bud. As you breathe into that space, the back of the throat, imagine that flower gently opening. Coming down to the back of your heart. Another flower, tightly held in a bud, protected, closed. As you breathe into it, it opens, softens, releases. Continuing down to the belly, the back of the belly button, all the way at the back of the body. Another flower that gently opens with your breath. And then all the way down into the base of your body, right at the back of the pelvis, deep in the bowl of your pelvis. Flower that gently opens, softening everything inside. And feel a wave of relaxation through your body. I'm here for me. Allow your awareness to come back into the room, into the space you're in, keeping your eyes closed, but just gently begin to stroke the finger pads with your thumbs. Gently wriggle your toes. Maybe take a stretch and a yawn, stretching the arms up. Oh, waking yourself back up. And gently rolling on to your right hand side into a nice fetal position. And when you're ready, taking 2 or 3 breaths to get there, just slowly come up using your left hand to gently push up from the floor, pausing as you go. So you do it over a couple of breaths. And then coming to sit cross-legged, your hands in a prayer at your heart. Your thumbs pushed into the sternum, feeling the chest rising up to greet the prayer. Taking a big breath into that space. Holding the breath, feeling it held. And as you breathe out slowly through the mouth with a sigh, just allowing yourself to feel thankful that you created this time for yourself. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye, raising your chin up to the sky. Namaste. And bringing your forehead down to the floor, just to ground yourself. And I hope you have a wonderful day and you're feeling restored and that you've had a beautiful release.